What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about AMC stock. We've got some good news that I really want to go over with you guys, and more specifically, why I believe the only direction we can go from here is up. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss this. For those of you that are interested in learning more about the stock market, chart analysis, technical analysis, we have a private trading group down below. It's the first link in the description. Please check it out. We'd love to have you join over there. Let's get into the video, guys. First off, this news came out today. AMC rips 8% higher as Reddit traders stick to their favorite meme stock. This is great news, guys, for a couple different reasons. It started off today gaining as much as 8%, and then obviously it has started to cool off from now. But Tuesday's price action suggests the crowd of casual investors is still somewhat in it. The gains placed shares at their highest in about a week. That's very, very good news. As we have go over Robinhood, it is still the #1 most held stock, which means that the individuals that are planning on selling the stock have already gotten out of it, okay? AMC was the most heavily traded company on the New York Stock Exchange before the market opened. That's great news. We're also going to get into the institutional side later on in this video, all right? I want to talk about this article that also came out. Did Wall Street bets save AMC? And we're going to go over a couple of the things that AMC did that was really great on the company standpoint that GameStop did not do, and why I am more bullish on AMC for this specific reason, okay? Any talk of an imminent bankruptcy for AMC is completely off the table. We've heard that said by the CEO for a little while, and we're going to get into it a little bit deeper. I also wanted to highlight this right here. Wall Street bets saved AMC. This I wanted to highlight, all right? AMC Entertainment, on the other hand, we've also talked a lot about it here. This is a company that has been in a lot of trouble, but they raised some money, guys. This big run has helped a little bit. They probably haven't raised as much money as they could have, but they've got plenty of cash on their books now to turn the corner. We're going to go over a couple reasons why a business having cash on hand is very positive for the future growth. One of the biggest reasons why AMC was priced so low and why the stock got to that below that $5 mark, and why I believe it can only go north from where we're currently at about 550, is because the threat of and the talk of bankruptcy. All right, they raised $917 million from their new equity and debt capital, which is absolutely awesome for the company. They also paid off a lot of their debt. All right, and the reason why that's important is picture when you yourself, if you get yourself into $50,000 worth of credit card debt, a couple of reasons are going to happen because of it. One being is that the reason why you are getting into debt is because you don't have the funds to be able to make those necessary purchases. Not all the time, but sometimes that's what happens. You need to provide for our families and so forth. And so what happens is you end up paying a heavily amount of interest on that debt. Right. So even if you have a decent credit card, good credit, you get into $50,000 worth of credit card debt, you're going to be paying $500 a month in interest alone. And that's why a lot of individuals, once you get up to that, multi-digit, like such as $50,000 worth of credit card debt, it's very hard to be able to pay that off. Well, it's the same aspect with AMC. They got themselves into a lot of debt, and they had a hard time being able to pay it off. And to top that with revenue just continuing to decrease. All right. So that's why them paying off their debt is very, very important for the growth of the company, and why I believe this stock cannot continue to go below $5. All right. This isn't something else that the CEO had said. Looking ahead, for AMC to succeed over the medium term, we are going to need for much of the general public in the US and abroad to be vaccinated. Well, this was an article I literally just pulled up about vaccinations, and this came out yesterday. Governor Cuomo announces more than 100,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccinated administered in 24 hours. While there have been talks about this vaccine being limited and the supply, diminishing as well, and those numbers to kind of be scarce, it does show that a lot of doses are being administered. Here is an article from another site as well. Since as of December 14th, more than 52 million doses have been administered, reaching 11.5% of the total U.S. population, and the U.S. is currently administering over 1.6 million shots a day. Now, let's say that number is a little bit off. The point of the matter is that they are full force, full-fledged on getting this vaccine out there, and what that's going to mean is individuals are going to feel much more comfortable going back out into the real world that we have been hiding from for almost the past year. All right, a lot of them, even if you had said, oh, it's $20 for a movie ticket, it's $10 for popcorn, I was was never a huge movie goer. The point of the matter is they're going to want to get out, and just to get out, all right? That's why you're going to see a lot of these restaurants uptick and so forth. Don't forget, some of these, and I'm going to specific this as well on the restaurant side, is many restaurants have closed down. So the ones that have been able to hang tight and hang through are going to see more action and more customers come to it just because of the natural availability. So that's another really, really good positive outlook. I think we also, the reason why I'm bringing this up, guys, is I think that we need to look beyond the possibility of a short squeeze. I got into this position that I posted you guys at 15.30, so I'm down 65% on my position. However, at this point, selling out, it can only, in my belief, it can only go up from here. And there's a lot of catalysts that are going to lead to the growth of AMC to continue to go up, okay? So that's why I'm choosing to hang on to it. If you're hanging on to it, chances are you are in the red as well, and that's why I really want to highlight that we are beginning to, this is the bottom from here. I also want to jump over here, all right? This is the institutional holdings, and some of this data is a little bit, outdated because some of it happened before July 31st. However, the new positions on here are 6.8 million and the sold out positions are less than a million, okay? Increased positions 15, decreased positions 3.5. Now, considering this data is a little bit of, outdated, all right? The one thing that I can pretty much fully believe and almost guarantee to you guys is the institutions that wanted to get out of the AMC position, the ones that wanted to sell out because they were long-term holders, they've seen their value just diminish over a year and a half, and they got a chance to be able to see the rise to $7, $8, $9, $10 and let them get out so they can move money around and so forth. A lot of institutions, they have to sell certain positions to be able to move money around, not always because they don't feel like the stock is going to go up. That's not always, there's many reasons why institutions sell. However, the ones that are planning on selling and the ones that want to get out have already gotten out, okay? If you take a look over here at the charts, this is on the 5-day chart. You've seen some pretty good support at that 550 range. You continue to see it pop up as individuals like you and I, retail investors, begin to add to their positions. So this is still a very heavily day traded stock, and that's why I see a lot of volatility. And especially if you continue to look at these two chart patterns, there's a big increase in the morning and then it begins to sell off. The day traders, they go away at about 11:30, and that's why you continue to see that pullback. I firmly believe that this stock will be again to that $8 to $10 range. It might take 6 to 9 months, depending on how fast AMC can begin to open up and the public begins to feel comfortable getting back out there into the real world. My point beyond this whole video is, if you have been holding at this point, I think a lot of the leaves, the tree's been shaken, the leaves have been rattled out, and that this bottom is firmly met, and the only way we can go is up from here. A lot of people have reached out to me and said, hey, Jeff, considering you hold that $15 position, okay, in AMC, have you thought about, averaging down to bring that cost down to that $10 range, $8 range, and so forth? I'm going to wait personally until I see a little bit more of a confirmed uptrend begin to start. I would like to see AMC begin to open up a little bit more theaters. And then if there is any potential news about, what they've talked about when it comes to, Disney, Amazon, or Netflix potentially purchasing AMC, which is definitely not off the table. I explained why in my last video. I will continue to look at averaging down to lower my total unit cost. But as of right now, I am hanging strong. We've already taken a good amount of loss. I don't see this continue to go down any further. So if you're continuing to hold, leave a comment down below. Let everybody know how much you're holding. If you're in that $8, $10 range and you want to bring your average cost down, now would be a good time. I would be very, very, very surprised if I see this go anything beneath that 530 to 550 range as we continue to, and as more days go on, we continue to affirm and confirm, confirm that support. The only way to go up from is here. So that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.